Wow. I am
Yeah,
nowhere near my high school weight. I will never
I, yeah,
be at my high school weight again, ever. It's impossible.
yeah.
I would
I didn't think
literally
so either.
be in a hospital bed for something like that because I was 220 as a senior in high school, 220, 230, and
Right.
I'm like 285. There's no way if I get down to 230, 220, 230, I would be a beanpole.
It's kind of what I feel like, man. I look at myself and I'm like, God, you look emancipated, dude. I was a couple years ago. I was 230. I was 325.
Oh,
And slowly worked on getting, just losing some weight. And
yeah.
I got down around around 280. And then I spent 5 days in the hospital with pneumonia and the flu. And that got me down to 240, but I put about 15 pounds back on. And then actually during this summer, I started exercising more. I was walking a mile and a half every day.
Nice.
Starting back in starting back in May, I started doing that. Of course, I built up to the mile and a quarter, but I wasn't eating anymore, so my weight was kind of slowly coming down, and I got down to right at 240, and I was pretty comfortable there. And then
I'd be happy with
this
240.
thing happened to me here, and
Yeah.
I came out at about 220, and then I had that 1 week where I didn't eat anything, and I was down like 210.
Jeez.
And I can't tell you the last time I was at 210. I know when I was at 230, that was a sophomore in high school, so it would probably be a freshman in high school.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was when I
but
was playing
anyway, when I
football.
got my appetite, sir.
No, I was saying that's when I was last time I was 230. I was a senior playing football. I had no fat
Yeah,
on me at all. It was all muscle. You know,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
was still skinny. You know.
right. Yeah, because you're a couple inches taller than I am.
Yeah.
Uh, so, yeah, like I said, when my appetite came back, it came back with a vengeance. So I've been eating like a pig, and because I wanted to gain that weight back, because I want to have a little more weight on me while I'm going through this chemo process.
Hmm.
And I did. I went to the clinic yesterday and had my two medicines, and then, like I said, I've got the one I wear home. And so far, I still got an appetite.
That's good.
So as long as I've got an appetite, I'm going to eat. Uh, because there may be times when I won't. So, but
Yeah, I had some
no,
friends that went
actually,
through chemo.
all things considered, I feel pretty good, and I got a good medical team. I've got a lot of good folk behind me. A lot of people that I'm on prayer list. I have no idea who they are, and they don't know me, but I'm on their prayer list, and to be honest with you, I can feel it. I can feel it. My attitude is I'm gonna kick the shit out of this damn cancer. It's gonna wish it never messed with me. Uh, Screw this. I got things to do. You know.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I had some friends of mine that went through chemo because of leukemia, and they couldn't hold nothing down. They
yeah,
everything smelled nasty to them, and if they tried to
right.
eat it, it'd come right back up. But it was only a couple weeks
That's
they were able to get through it, and then they slowly got their appetite back.
yeah, yeah. It's in the paperwork. It's part of the warning that, yeah, if you have a favorite food and you don't feel like eating, don't try to eat your favorite food.
Hmm.
Don't, because like I said, then you'll yak it up, and then and they said things will start to taste funny, a little more metallic. So use
Hmm.
plastic utensils.
Yep.
I've already had what little bit of hair I've got starting to leave. Even my short beard hair is starting. I'm looking down at my shirt. I'm thinking about when I go tomorrow to have this this fanny pack taken care of, I might go by the barber shop, just go ahead and have it shaved, get it out of the way for the time being. It's easier to maintain if I shave it, because I can shave it in the shower and stuff.
Yeah.
I shaved my head for 5 years. I know how to do it. So
When it grows back, right?
I hope. I hope it does. I hope it doesn't grow back in little patches,
Oh, that'd be awful.
But God,
But
jeez,
nah,
I'll just have
man,
to keep shaving my head. Man. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm used to, or gotten used to not having, hair like I did. But like I said, I used to shave my head for about 5 years. I shaved my head and had a goatee. Then I started looking around, and everybody else was starting to look the same way. So I grew my hair back out.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody was bald head and goatee. That seemed to be the style, and I'm not wanting to go. I don't run with the style,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I may do it tomorrow. I may wait until more of it starts falling out before I go ahead and shave it. I don't know.
So
I'm not that vain.
Earlier today, I finished off with the official Houston Texans TV radio station. They contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do an interview to talk about the Colts Texans game Saturday. So I did that. I'm supposed to be sent the link that gets posted, so it'll be on their radio and on their TV in Houston. So that'll be interesting.
Cool.
That'll be fun. And then, of course, their podcast as well. It's all linked together.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's the first time I've actually been on an official team station, right?
Right.
I mean, I've talked to people from the Colts, that do, like Lara and all them, and talk to them all the time, but I've never actually been part of their show. That's the first time I actually been part of a show for an actual team. And it's sad that the first time wasn't even the Colts. It was the freaking Texans. But I'm not going to turn it down. Did I lose you? Looks like I might have lost you. Or you lost me, one or the other. Either way, we'll get back to that here after a while. Let's see what time it is. It is 7 after. It still says I'm live. Yeah, we lost him. So, I don't know if you've seen it yet with a Patreon show, but I got the new Patreon show. We did both of our review and preview at the same time. We also got out our Reach TV airline ad, got that out. So that'll be that'll be shown at all the airlines in the nation, which is kind of cool. Getting my face out there, getting a little bit, more recognized. I don't know if you've seen. So the Colts injury report started off pretty bad, but it's starting to look better now. The only person that has not practiced that's worrisome is Ryan Kelly. But Braden Smith had a full practice. Quentin Nelson went to limited practice. That's good. Houston Texans, their entire defensive line is out, hasn't practiced yet. Right? That's something. They did get their Laramie Tunsil to do a limited practice today, which is good for them. I'm glad that they were actually. Because look, I want to face the Texans at or near full strength, right? I don't want excuses from people saying there's an asterisk beside this game, whether we win or lose. I don't want an asterisk there. I get that it's a next man up, but if you're losing all four of your defensive front, and all four of those defensive front, it's like the Colts. They all have 5 or more sacks. all of them, you know, and their backups ain't that good. So, well, I'm not going to say ain't that good. They don't have the stats that the starters have, obviously. Whereas, you know, we have some guys that do have stats, right? Like Dio Dangbo, who's not a starter, but, you know, has got quite a few sacks under his belt when he came in and filled in for Grover. And then, of course, the times that he still plays. I got a feeling the Colts are going to win. A lot of people think that the Texans are going to win this game because they have the better quarterback in C.J. Stroud. I don't know. I mean, most of the time we play teams that have quote unquote better quarterbacks, but we still beat them, right? I mean, Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback, right? But we beat them. This is going to be an interesting game, to say the least. The only two really good games to watch will be this one and the Buffalo-Miami game, I think. That's going to be the two best games to watch. We'll get into predicting this weekend's games here after a bit. But it's a shame we lost. We lost Jack. Maybe he'll come back. I don't know. We'll see. Let me look at my mail. Maybe he'll drop me a mail or something because I don't see him back in here and I don't see anybody else in here. So remember, you know, half-hour limitation if no one's in here. Got the entire film down. I'm going to do a film room. I'm going to drop it tomorrow. I will be. I'm also going to be joining another Texans podcast tomorrow at 3, I believe it is, 3:00 Eastern. And I don't know when it'll be posted, but that's when I'm joining them. So, yeah, having a lot of good times here. Still a little tight on financially, but well, I'll tell you what, this past week really helped out a lot, man. A lot of Colts Nation came in and really helped me out, so I appreciate that a lot. But I think that I don't know what it is about the holidays. It's rough. Like if you have immediate, like this is my first holiday season without my father. My dad's birthday was literally the week before Christmas, December 18th. And we always had dinner on his birthday. Like all the family got together and, you know, went out to a nice restaurant and ate. And we didn't get to do that this year. That really hit kind of hard. So I understand where people, you know, during the holiday seasons, you know, aren't exactly in the holiday spirit, so to speak. This year we didn't even have a Christmas tree up. We didn't do nothing. We didn't give gifts or nothing. For one, we didn't have any money, but for two, we weren't in that spirit right now. Hopefully things will change for next year. The only thing that I got that's really got me in a positive is I get to see my new granddaughter occasionally. And the Colts are doing well. Hopefully the Colts continue to do well. But yeah. So we're about 15 minutes in. I really do need to get into the games. We're going to talk about the games that's upcoming on the schedule. We're going to do pick'ems. Now, as per usual, I am not going to do the Colts-Texans game here because the preview of that I'm dropping tomorrow. You guys are welcome to go watch that there. All right. But my pick'ems, we got the Steelers heading to the Ravens, and if the Steelers find a way to beat the Ravens, that'd be just shocking. I don't see how that's even possible, right? I mean, the Steelers are fighting for a playoff spot. They need, in order for them to make the playoffs, they have to have the Texans and the Colts both tie and the Steelers to win and beat the Ravens for them to make the playoffs. I don't see that happening. All right. God, I hope the Colts and Texans do not tie. That would be awful. But I got the Ravens winning by probably 3 scores in this game. 3 scores. Skipping Saturday Night Football because, well, we know, right? We've already discussed it. I'm not going to do that. Tampa Bay at the Panthers. Look, Tampa Bay's 8-8. They've been in it. They've had good games. They've had bad games. I think Baker Mayfield's had a decent season while he played. I don't know if he's still playing or not. Hold on. I haven't checked on him in the last bit. Right? So we're going to look at that. Yeah. He played against, he got a hell of a game. He had a hell of a game against the Jaguars, beat them. Had a pretty decent game. I mean, he had 2 picks against the Saints, but he was 66% completion percentage and 309 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Still a damn near 92 passer rating. That's not too shabby. Had a 116 against the Jaguars, and then 2 weeks prior, damn near the perfect game. I mean, good Lord. Against the Packers, he had over 78% completion percentage, 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, a 158.3. Wow. Yeah, there's no question in my mind. I think the Bucs are going to destroy the Panthers. I see that Jack's trying to come back in, but he's not working in very well. So we'll keep hanging out, seeing what happens. Next game on the list will be the 11-5 Browns at the 8-8 Cincinnati Bengals, who have been eliminated from the playoffs. There's nothing that the Browns can do. They can't move up in the rankings. They're not going to move down in the rankings. They are stuck at 5. So there is a chance that they sit some of their starters. Right? There is a chance. They're in one of those weird positions where, but at the same time, even if they play backups, which, like some of their backup, I mean, a lot of their players are already backups, though, right? But do you really want Myles Garrett getting, chance for him to get hurt, in this game? I know that, he's looking for, to do certain things. He's wanting the defensive MVP. He's wanting, even a shot at MVP, right? But you damn near have to sit him. I doubt they do. I don't think Stefanski is that kind of coach, but we'll see. Either way, I still think the Browns got that game easy. The game that's a little bit more worrisome that could be tight is the Vikings and Lions, right? The Vikings, it really depends upon what Vikings team shows up, because the Lions are a good team. They are a solid team. They take a lot of good teams to, the woodshed at times. The Lions should win this game, but, it's just like they should have won last week. What's up, man? He's back. Finally. Having connection issues, are we, Jack? Okay.
Yeah, my internet connection just disappeared. Apparently.
I'm going through the games right now. So I've already said the Ravens should demolish the Steelers. Do you agree with that? Or do you think the Steelers will win?
I agree to a degree, because I don't think the Ravens are going to be playing a lot of their people.
I think they will.
I don't know.
I think
Yeah, maybe they do. Well, if they do, yeah, they'll murder the Steelers.
I don't think Harbaugh's that kind of coach that will sit his guys. At least not the entire game. Maybe a half, but not the entire game.
Yeah. Of course, they do it. They should have the bye week anyway, don't they?
Yeah, that's
Since
what
they're
I'm saying.
number one in the
You don't
conference.
you don't want all your starters cooling down for 2 straight weeks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I got the Buccaneers beating the Panthers.
No, we tried that before and see how well that worked.
Well, I mean, I just went and looked at Baker Mayfield's stats. Holy crap. His last 3 weeks have been freaking amazing. I think he's averaging something like 120 some passer rating over the last 3 weeks. Freaking crazy. He's doing amazing.
Well, I don't know. I watched him against the Saints and they couldn't do anything.
Well, against the Saints, he had
nothing.
what? 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. This past the last game he just played, he still had a 92.
Yeah, but all that all came in the last. Yeah, but that all came at the end of the game.
But
it all came at the end of the game. He wasn't doing squat for the first 3 quarters.
The week before that, he demolished Jacksonville's defense, right? Almost identical numbers,
right?
No turnovers. And then against the Packers the week before that, he had damn near the perfect passer rating, a 158.3. 80% completions, almost 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, that's a good day. Sound like Taylor Heineke against us. Jeez, I was so embarrassed. The one game that they showed here with my friends, and they just embarrassed the hell out of me.
Yeah. See, the team that
I'm glad I saw your show earlier today.
The full hour one? The one only on Patreon?
Was that today or yesterday? I'm sorry, it was yesterday. You're believing Colts yesterday.
Okay.
Because I didn't get to see the game. I was like you were talking about. I saw the statistics, and I see some quarterback I never heard of before throws for 300 yards, and the score is within 3 points. And I'm thinking we should beat the brakes off of these guys. This is ridiculous. I'm thinking I got zero confidence going in against this Texans game if that's the way they're going to be playing. Now you bolstered my confidence level by listening to you guys earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
They were not in any way, shape, or form in danger of losing that game at any point in the game. All right. With 3.5 minutes left, they were up. They'd only given up 13 points defensively. Right. And then, we were up 2 scores. Right. And Gus is like, now's the time to go prevent. And he went prevent and just gave up a bunch of yards passing, 75 yards and a touchdown, but ate all the clock up. Right? Game over. You can't score 10 points on one drive, dummy.
No. That's one thing you can't do. Yeah. Well, that made me feel better after I heard you guys talking about it, because I was, like I said, I was going into this game going, I'm only going to I'm only going to say the Colts are going to win because they're my team, and I'm going on the luck of the horseshoe, because when I saw the statistics, and then we had the Taylor Heineke thing before, I'm like, man, we're dead meat. If CJ gets a halfway decent game, we're dead. But like I said, listening to you guys, I feel a lot better.
Oh yeah, we played a lot better than the stats and the score indicated. A lot better.
Yeah.
But next game on the list was the Browns at Bengals, and the Browns might sit some of their players, because whether they win or lose, they're still 5th seed in the playoffs. Period. They can't.
Right.
And
yeah,
they got some old and they play the next week. They'll be in the wild card round. And
right.
you know, the only guy I could see playing for probably a half is probably Myles Garrett, or so, because you know he's still chasing defensive MVP. He's even got his name in on regular MVP, you know, stuff like that. But the rest of the team, I doubt they play. I doubt most of the starters on that team plays at all.
Yeah,
and I still think
I agree there. Yeah. I don't know, man. That backup at Cincinnati's done a really good job.
Yeah.
Browner.
Yeah.
Browner.
At times. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He did pretty good against us. The next game on the list was the Vikings at the Lions. And it really depends upon which Vikings team shows up, because one week the Vikings look amazing. The next week they look like atrociousness, right?
Trash.
Yeah. I mean, they were on the positive end of a 3-0 game a couple weeks ago. Lions should absolutely smoke the Vikings, though.
They should, yeah.
You got Jets at Patriots. Jets win that game.
They should.
Jets are going to win that game. I think the Jets win that game by 2 scores. Jets defense still really damn good, man. Really damn good. I just hope they don't start Trevor Siemian. I'd rather. I know that Aaron Rodgers isn't playing. He's cleared to play, but he's not going to play. Looks like I might have lost you again. But I still think the Jets win easily. Next game on the list is Falcons at Saints. That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be one of those, just flip a coin. One of y'all's going to win. One of y'all's going to lose. I don't have anything invested in either team. Both teams played good ball. Both teams have played bad ball this year. So it just depends upon which quarterback plays better, right? That's my opinion on it. Yeah, Jack keeps losing his internet. It is what it is. Hey, look, I can erase this Raiders at Colts freaking overlay. Well, I could put it up. Ta-da! No, I'm deleting that. But if I had to pick someone, I would say probably the Falcons win that game. Even though they're 7-9 and the Saints are 8-8, I still think the Falcons probably have a better shot. Jags at Titans should not even be a game, but I am rooting for the Titans to win. Depends upon really who starts at quarterback for the Titans. You know the Titans are going to try to play spoilers. They obviously don't have any shot at getting in the game in the playoffs, but I think they can absolutely play spoilers in this game. Still waiting. I see Jack trying to come back. Oh, still looking here. We're a half hour in. He keeps flipping in and out. We're going to stick around. We'll come back to that game because I want his opinion on it when he's able to come in. But we're going to move on. Seahawks at Cardinals. Cardinals have won games they shouldn't have won this year, like 2 or 3 of them. They've won 2 or 3 games they should not have won this year. But they find a way somehow. Granted, they've only got 4 wins on the season. Looking for a top 3 pick in the draft. Seahawks should win this game, but I would not be surprised if the Cardinals find a way to win that. Bears at Packers, tighter game than what a lot of people might think. Bears and Packers is also, I think, the oldest rivalry in the NFL. honestly would not be surprised if the Bears won this game. The Bears have won a lot of games people have written them out of. I mean, they're 7-8, right? Or no, 7-9. It can't be 7-8 in week 18. And the Packers are 8-8. I think this is an evenly matched, matchup, and I think the defense is better. For honestly, I think maybe the Bears are better on both sides of the ball right now because I think the Bears have a better defense overall, and the Bears don't have a receiving core, and their offensive line is garbage. But Justin Fields can play. One game he might be a superstar. Next game he might not be. I'm gonna put on the superstar. I think he puts on his superstar pants this week and beats the Packers. Chiefs at Chargers. If the Chargers beat the Chiefs, I will be absolutely shocked. I would be jumping up and down for joy, just because that would be one hell of an ending for the Chiefs season. But I mean, the Chiefs should beat the Chargers, right? I mean, come on. The Chargers have been ass all year. They have a top 10 draft pick this year, too. Broncos Raiders actually might be the second best game on this list. Broncos and Raiders. Raiders actually can play some decent football. I don't like Aiden O'Connell. I think he's very inaccurate. But look who's quarterbacking for the Broncos now. It's not Russell Wilson, right? He's benched for the season. I think the Broncos bring more pressure than what the Colts do. I think that, but at the same time, the Raiders have got a really good passing game, and they're probably pissed off that they lost. And it's in Vegas, so they're going to defend their home turf. I got the Raiders in this, beating the Broncos easily. Maybe not easily, but they'll beat them. Probably by a touchdown. Touchdown's not that big of a difference, in my opinion. Eagles at Giants. Man, the way the Eagles have been playing, they've been on a free fall for the last 6 straight weeks. Free fall. If they lose to the Giants, oh my goodness. Shit will hit the fan. People will get fired. I promise you. If they lose to the Giants. They shouldn't. The Eagles should finish out. Even though the game is in New York, the Eagles should finish out. But it is what it is. There he is. Nod your head if you see me. I want to see, because all I see is a frozen picture, my guy. I'm waiting for the. Yeah, you're blinking. Yeah, we got a frozen. Yeah, you're still pretty frozen. His internet's not doing too hot right now, apparently. Either way, we'll keep going. And if I hear his voice, I know he's back. So just speak up if you hear me. You get back in time. Oh, look like you're shrugging and blinking now. There you go. Now I can actually see you moving around rather than completely frozen. And we lost him again. Next game on the list, Rams at Niners. Rams looking to make the playoffs. Rams wanting to make the playoffs. Can they get past the Raiders or the Niners? I think the Rams already have a playoff spot locked up, if I remember correctly. Niners should win this game handily, right? I mean, right? We'll see. But they should. I feel like the Niners should absolutely win this game handily. Just like the Cowboys should beat the Commanders handily. Even though the Cowboys are, the Cowboys, they still should win. Yeah, I see him. He's still kind of looks like he's a bit frozen still. And Sunday night football, Bills at Dolphins. Fun times. I think Bills beat the Dolphins this time. I do. They got hurt players on the Dolphins. They work a lot off of speed. And when you have ankle problems and calf problems and knee problems on offense, it's not good. And I feel like the Bills have really came on the last few weeks to try to make their case that they're still that team, and they have. Remember, not long ago they were a sub 500.
I don't know if they're in
I
now
hear
or not.
Yeah, I hear you. You're choppy, but I hear you.
Should.
So I just finished it off, but I do want to circle back to the Jaguars-Titans game. Do the Titans in Tennessee find a way to play spoilers to Jacksonville? Asking you a question. Are you able to hear me? Maybe not. I think that the Titans can play spoilers. Yeah, there you go.
And you're chirping on and off.
Yeah, I'm hearing the same way with you. You're here, then you're gone, then you're here, then you're gone. Oh, yeah, your internet's not doing the best right now. It's okay though. I have some food I'm going to have to make here pretty soon.
Right.
Because I have yet to eat today. I made my wife something to eat. I went and got my son something to eat. I did not get myself anything to eat. But I got shredded.
I sit in this.
I got shredded chicken and stuff downstairs.
Same chair every day and talk to my girlfriend in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out here in the woods and running off of the network. Yeah, they got dinner about ready for me.
Oh, well, hey, that's good. That's good. I'm going to make myself some chicken quesadillas because I'm hungry. I made my wife a cheeseburger and went and got my son Panda Express earlier. So
yeah, I get vegetable lasagna.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've ever had vegetable lasagna.
No, I eat when I get hungry. I'd say I've eaten 4 times today.
Yeah, I can't eat
it's
that
good
much.
stuff.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
Generally, I got to have some kind of ground beef or something in my lasagna. So, but I don't know. I've never had it, so I can't say yay or nay to it. So, maybe I'll try it at some point. If someone makes
Right.
it, I'm there. I probably won't specifically
Well,
make it myself.
I'm the guest. Yeah. That's what that was on the menu for dinner tonight. So
that's fair. That's fair. Like if I'm going to someone else's house and they make dinner, I'm not going to be like, I'm not eating that. Make me something different.
no, no. See, I've been staying here since I got out of the hospital because they didn't want me at my house by myself. So they were graciously enough to accommodate me, and it's working pretty well because I can supply some groceries, and they've been real good when I was down that 1 week, bringing me the protein shakes.
That's good.
Yeah, so can't imagine me being at home by myself, with this. But
yeah, that's good. It's good to have someone there who can be there for you when you need them.
Yeah, definitely, especially, and we're out here in the woods, and of course I don't have Wi-Fi, so whatever. But like I said, I sit in this chair every day and talk to my girlfriend in Ukraine, and never have an issue.
Well,
it's when
there's
I finally remember it's Wednesday.
You do video chat with her?
No.
That's the difference. Video takes up a lot more bandwidth than just audio.
Eats my battery pretty quick too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. But so since I got you on a somewhat decent, do you think for right now, do you think the Titans have a shot at playing upset to Jacksonville and knocking them out of the playoffs?
Yes, I do. I do. I think they've got an opportunity to play for some, if nothing else, for some pride in being able to be a spoiler.
Yep.
If they've got an incentive, to take down, the division the division leader at this point. So
yeah, they can actually that's a feather they can put in their cap at the end of the year. And I think Mike Vrabel will be that kind of coach that'll be like, this is something to play for, damn it. And
absolutely.
Yep. And it's in Tennessee, so we'll see what
I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like. But,
I don't know either. I might end up live streaming that game. I might end up live streaming that game on Sunday, since I won't have another game since the Colts game on Saturday night.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll know Sunday we'll know Saturday night where our fate is.
Yeah. We'll know if we're in the playoffs or not, period. All we gotta do is win.
Yeah.
The one thing we can't do is tie. That's the problem.
Right.
We have a better shot of making the playoffs if we lose than if we tie.
That's pretty bad.
That's messed up.
But how can we make it if we lose?
Yeah. If we tie, because that'll put like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's got a thing, and it's weird. There is a chance the Colts can make the playoffs and lose, but if we tie, there's no chance. I mean, the chance to make it and lose is so slim. It's like, I think it was like 4% or something like that. But we have no shot to tie.
Yeah. Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't know we had a shot if we lost. I didn't know that.
tiebreakers. We have certain tiebreakers, and we'll be above certain other teams. But if Pittsburgh wins, Pittsburgh has to win, and the Colts and Texans have to tie, and then Pittsburgh makes the playoffs. That's messed up, but that's the only way they can. That way they can completely.
It sounds kind of familiar.
They would jump the Texans and the Colts in the tiebreakers because of the tie,
right?
But they have to win too. So,
and that would be about right. Yeah.
I mean, they have to beat the Ravens. I mean,
yeah, that can be.
And again, like you said, if the Ravens sit all their starters, then they might have a shot. But I don't see them sit their starters for the whole game. Not when they got the first seed, because if they do that, then they're basically resting their starters for 2 weeks straight, and that's not a good thing to do. The Colts proved that was not a good thing to do back in 2004, right?
Absolutely.
We were 14-2, had first seed locked up, sat all our starters, had a shot for a perfect season. Not only lost the last game of the year, but then lost the freaking divisional round.
Right.
Oh, madder than hell. Tony Dungy took so much shit for that for that decision.
Yeah, you and me both. Right. Yeah. That was agonizing.
It was
absolutely agonizing. And we it's like if we don't have in a situation where we got to win the last game, don't have Andrew Luck, we're in trouble. I mean, come on, Carson had a chance. All he had to do was win 1 of 2, and then he couldn't pull that off.
Yep. At least the Colts right now look like they are fighting to win. So that's good. And they're not making a bunch of mistakes to lose games. There was one play last week that you just went, whoa. And that was that EJ Speed.
Right.
EJ Speed ran into the kicker on a punt. Forced him to punt.
Kicker.
EJ Speed runs into the kicker, gives him a free 15 yards, and then they were able to drive for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Literally
that happens in so many type games. Yeah. Man, trying to make a play.
Yep. You can't fold them for trying to make a play, but at the same time, you got to be smart.
Sometimes it bites you.
Got to be smart about it. You can't dive at the punter's hips. You got to go for the punting foot. Get your hands over the foot where the ball's going to come. Again, the ball's not coming off his hip and knee.
Not normally, no.
Not normally. No, he straight tackled that punter, man.
Well,
probably forgot he was playing special teams at that point.
Like I said, after I watched so I saw the Atlanta game and figured out that, well, except for having issues at blocking, running, throwing the ball, catching the ball, tackling.
That Atlanta game was awful. The whole team shit the bed on that game.
I say I felt better after listening to you guys today about I know you can't read box scores and know what the game had, how the game ran. I mean, I understand that, but that's all I saw with box scores because we didn't get the game. So,
the box scores did not register the actual game at all. The Raiders fans will tell you otherwise. But
yeah.
Raiders fans is like,
Yeah,
oh, we
yeah.
had a shot, you know.
Yeah,
And I'm
we
like,
were. I mean,
no.
like I said, we were in good shape unless we were blocking, running, throwing, catching, or tackling. Otherwise, we had a great game. Like I said, I was embarrassed. I really was.
The offense looks
Yeah.
so much more
Trying to
competent
get my team on the.
with Braden Smith out there.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Braden Smith makes all
Yeah.
the difference on that offensive line.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say it made me feel better after listening to you guys.
Mm-hmm. But the Texans, they're a different breed of animal, especially when they got C.J. Stroud behind center. So it doesn't look too good for their defense, though. It looks like their entire defensive line might end up.
God, yeah. So he was back now. Huh?
Yeah, he is back. He played last week.
Yeah.
But there's it looks like they're going to be missing their top two pass rushers. The Texans are good possibility. Greenard and Will Anderson might not make this game. They haven't practiced yet this week. Yeah. Due to injury. So, but then again, our offensive line hasn't looked good either. Ryan Kelly hasn't practiced yet. He's dealing with an ankle. Quentin Nelson did not practice yesterday, but was limited today.
Wow. Well.
So
yeah.
Braden Smith, he didn't practice yesterday, but was full practice today. So that's good. We'll see how it all turns out. I think the Colts end up winning and winning handily, especially if certain players play.
Yeah.
But we all remember how it ended last year. That sucked. Missed interception on a Hail Mary. Ended up being a touchdown and lost the game. But
and the year before,
that was Jackson.
All you had to do was 1 out of 2. Yeah, all we had to do was win 1 out of 2. Couldn't even pull that off.
Nope.
No, the past is the past. This is a brave new world. Actually, nobody predicted us to be anywhere close to going to the playoffs this year. Yeah,
we were
including
supposed
most
to have
of us.
9 wins this year. When I did my prediction earlier in the season, I said 6 to 9 wins is my prediction, no matter who starts at quarterback. 6 to 9 wins. People called me freaking crazy. You know, look at that. They have a chance to beat my prediction, you know.
Right. Yeah, they figured out how to win some games. I give them credit for that. That's for sure. You know,
and lost some games
and be a lot more competitive than what most people thought considered.
Yep.
Like I said, and you know,
twice. Most of our losses were 3-point losses or 7-point losses, something like that. Yeah. We had two losses where we lost by 10 points or more. So
yeah, like I say, we overall it's been a pretty good season. You know, and when you're playing with your quote unquote your backup quarterback, you know, and well, I guess I heard you earlier today that from your believe yesterday that Minshew had 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the last few games.
In the last 5. The last 5 straight games,
5?
7 and 2. Yeah, so that's a good thing to see, is that he's really done a good job protecting the football. Right.
Yeah. And giving the ball away is hard. It's hard to win games when you're doing that. But no, it's like I say, that's encouraging signs. And like I say, except for the Atlanta game, which I guess it's because it's basically the only game I've gotten to see this year. And it was so ugly that I wasn't really confident going in with this Texans game till I listened to you guys. But what's the point spread?
Colts by 1.
Ooh,
No, that was the last I heard. It was Colts by 1.
Yeah.
But you get 3 points per home field. So
Yeah,
let me see where it's sitting at right now.
Say. To me, that's a 2-point deficit.
Yep. Now it's Texans by 1.5. It's moved to Texans by 1.5. Opened up Colts 1.
I like it. I like it better when we're the quote unquote underdog anyway.
Well, it did that because 98% of betting went towards the Texans winning. 98% of bettors sided with the Texans. So they moved the point spread. I'll almost guarantee that's what happened because it's all about money, you know. But I've been here about an hour and I am starving to death, Jack.
Yeah.
So, well, not to death, but you know, I am hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, I got somebody else doing my stream count for me on my Patreon.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'd rather be the underdog anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we have different people now that is streaming the games on Discord rather than me. Where
when you're hungry, you're supposed to go eat, brother. That's cool. That's cool.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and click the end of stream. You guys have a good one.